I want to make a quick point about leash work, right? I've updated most of my leash work. What I teach the clients now is a modified, much softer version of what I used to teach. Here, I'll show you. Come here. Here, let's go. All right, so see my fingers? I lock it with my finger, and what that allows me to do is just do little gentle boop, boop, boop. Now, a lot of people do this now. Like if just a little bit of tension, it's like negative reinforcement. Take it away. It's good. They don't even pump it really. They'll just go like that. Softer stuff. This is cool, right? And then you don't push them as fast, so you get them further away from whatever's bothering them with aggression. And great. All right. So we don't fuck the dog up. Good. So that's nice, but like you got to have old school Koehler corrections still as part of your toolkit, because if you don't, if you got a crazy dog, Nico, no. How you doing, buddy?
I see you with that, man.
Thank you. You got a fucked up dog, it's like real aggressive. Shit happens in life. You got to be able to handle it, man. Ready? Watch this kind of thing. Ready? Nope. Heel. Good. Let's go. Say he lunged that dude, right? That's not gonna do it, you know. And mistakes happen. Old habits die hard. So training isn't just a process of reconditioning. You know, especially for like really severe behaviors, like they need hard consequences for shit that can hurt or kill other people or dogs or themselves. And that's where you got to introduce more intense aversives, you know. And by the way, the old Bill Koehler corrections I'm referring to, it's more torque. You like come across your body like that, or you just use your left hand. It's the same thing, but it's more twisting and it's boom. And typically I'd use a thumb lock with that, you know. It's harder, way harder. It's pop and release, whereas this is just boop, 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 boop. That's way better, way less. They don't need much. And by the way, this is way less motion. It's right there. It's not, okay? And the timing's impeccable with it. So I really, really like it. This is what I'm using most of the time myself. Heel. Nope, heel, just like that. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. We haven't been doing work, Moosey. There you go. Nope, sit. Nope, sit. Good boy. That was even a little bit sharper, like, good boy, that I normally do. See that? It's gentle. And again, just a little bit like that. Sometimes people do that. I don't really like that, but there's a lot of stuff you can do that's cool with leash work. Now, mostly, I try to lean toward gentler. Less is more typically, but sometimes more is more. And you got to have those old school Bill Koehler corrections in your back pocket if you got a wild man. And that's it. You know, I mean, we're too focused on promoting ourselves as being humane in this industry. What's humane is getting the dog better, getting them to function and live good lives and cut their bullshit out. That's dangerous, you know. So if that requires more severe consequences, then so I'm okay with that. I'm a consequentialist ultimately with most things, you know. I want to present a Jack Bauer scenario, you know. If you had to waterboard a dog to save him, would you do it? You know, it's Fox News nonsense. But ultimately, you know, if the dog can go through it and not be like broken in a basket case, which is the risk with a lot of that, a lot of unintended consequences of too intensive aversives, right? But if you get them through it and it's hard, but they get better, and you haven't sucked the soul out of them, fuck it, get them better. I'm for them living. That's ultimately what I find to be most humane. You know, if it was a choice between that and putting them down, any day of the week, sign me up for a lot of shit that wouldn't be particularly telegenic. Now, 9.99999 times out of 10, that's not the case, but sometimes it is, and we should acknowledge that as trainers. All right, so this is great. Love it. Leash pumps. Boop, 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 boop. Don't forget Bill Koehler. He was, I think, a bit of a psycho, but he was a pioneer with a lot of things, and a lot of what he taught is still very relevant and important, minus the 10-minute floggings for whatever, or whatever the fuck he called it. A good thrashing. I don't know. I gotta go check out the book again. All right, that's it.